for readings. Alright, I'm gonna do this over because the first time I did this, it didn't work. So we're gonna do this over. So, what's up, IG family? I have not been on here and do a reading in a minute. So I'm gonna come on here and do a reading real quick. And then I might upload this on YouTube. I don't know. The message is very clear though. So the message was, you guys seem to like this deck, at least those of you that are on my YouTube. You guys like this deck. It's the Journey Oracle. And first card I pulled was Limiting Beliefs, Highest Self, Inspiration, Future Self, and Money. And I clarified with some tarot. So first thing that came to mind was that there is some type of mental block that's preventing you from receiving the strategies. I kept hearing the word strategy. The strategies when it comes to, or the inspirations or the divine guidance that's coming to you on ways to make money or something about a job. So some of you guys could be in between jobs. You could have got laid off. You could have quit a job. You could have got fired. You could have just been led to leave something that doesn't serve you at work or with your career, some type of change. And because of the limiting beliefs, it's like, okay, I don't think that this is feasible. I don't think this is possible. Or I don't have the resources. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I should do that. You're stuck in the middle, and it's like, it's not a clear channel. And I feel like spirit is like your highest self. Spirit, like when you get in that place where it's just you and spirit, where you're tunnel vision, you're clear, you're able to hear, you're able to see clearly. And I feel like spirit has given you some type of downloads when it comes to money, or when it comes to business or ways to make money, some type of strategy, divine inspirations, ideas, a light bulb. Future self, showing you your potential. I feel like a lot of you know what your potential is. Sometimes, like when we have off seasons, because we're not always going to feel like confident about our path or our purpose sometimes, especially when we don't really know what it is, or we don't know what our advantages are in the eyes of our creator, what we're created to do, how do I show up in the world? What's my contribution to this world, to this life? You don't know that, then you're really gonna feel like shit. You know what I mean? Because you're just like, okay, I don't know. I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna try, and nothing works because you might be trying to do something that's not in alignment with your purpose or the plan for you. And sometimes we'll choose job and careers, and they might work for a time, or we might get paid, and we might make lots of money, or the benefits of all of that, but our soul's not in it because that's not what we were called to do. And then it starts to become a job. It starts to become just something that you feel like you got to do, and that's not the way of living. And sometimes you do got to do what you got to do for a time, but we all have a purpose, right? So I feel like this is spirit giving you inspirations for right now, how to survive maybe in some senses, or how to come into alignment with yourself and what you're supposed to be doing. So the two first cards that came out was the Two of Swords and the Ten of Swords, which is annihilating that double-mindedness and getting in one accord with yourself. And it's okay. As humans, we're going to question ourselves sometimes. We're going to have doubts. We're going to go, okay. And as humans, we take things too seriously. We beat ourselves up. I know I do sometimes. Like, we do it too much. But assessing is normal too. When you assess things, like, okay, am I seeing this clearly? Did I hear spirit clear? Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? That's normal. But it also has to come to a balance where you start to trust yourself and trust God or spirit source, whatever you want to call it, the source, as well. The Magician, again, this is strategy. This is downloads. You have the resources and the tools, the spirit showing you that, even if you can't see it. Like, sometimes we can be too focus in one area and say, okay, well, because I'm here right now, I don't have this, I ain't got that. Oh, you want me to start a YouTube channel? I'm just using it as an example. You want me to start a YouTube channel? Oh, I ain't got the proper equipment, blah, blah, blah. I can't do that. And spirit may be just saying, just use what you got and just go, right? Just upload, just go live, and everything will take care of itself. there's people waiting on you. You might be like, well, I know I'm supposed to, do this, do that, but I don't know the right people and stuff like that. Spirit's going to call you to where you're supposed to. You just got to listen to yourself. Like, if you silence all of the noise, and I feel like that's what the highest self is. It's that meditative energy, like you being in that place in tune with you, and you're listening to you, and you silence out the noise. That's when the information starts to come. And it may not come immediately, because I know us millennials and this society that we live in, everything is microwave, popcorn. Like, it's got to be instant. It's got to come real quick. But that's not always how. My nose ring is about to fall off, and I feel it, because my glasses is making them fall off. I feel it. It's like hanging on by a thread. But not everything works that way, especially when it comes to divine guidance. Sometimes it doesn't come exactly when you think it should come or how you want it. It will come at its divine time. It's perfect timing. So it's going to come right when it's right for you. But you have the resources. And I feel like this also represents your many gifts and skills and talents in different ways. Like, gifts, skills, and talents are not only subject to creative things. Sometimes your talents and gifts is how you're able to prioritize things, your discipline, your ability to follow directions, or your ability to take initiative in things. Or you got to have that drive. You got to have that hustle, that grind in you. And what I mean by that is not like grinding your feet to the ground to where you're tired and you're running this rat race. No, where you have that divine spirit, like that drivenness in you to keep going in life, even when you don't want to. That's still in you. That seed is there. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. This is Spirit trying to give you opportunities, could be money or ways to make money or start something, or leading you to help that you need. King of Wands, yeah. You guys are very creative. You guys are very, I'm getting like, you got to motivate yourself more, and you may attract people that will motivate you. Another thing too to keep in mind with this Five of Wands in reverse, it's not a race. It's not about who's better and this person is doing this and they're doing that, or I'm behind. And sometimes we can get caught up in that, especially with this social media culture that we're in nowadays, right? Everything looks gravy on the outside, whatever people post, or we can just make an assumption. You don't know what someone did to get to where they are, whether it was good, whether it was a blessing, or whether it was some you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't all but you have to focus on your own plan. That's why I say it's very important to understand on a divine level, understand this on an in-depth level, what your purpose is in spirit and in God, like who you were called to be. How are you an asset to this world, to this life? You got to find that out and find your identity in God. You're not going to find it in earthly things. You're not going to find it on external or another human being telling you. It's not ever going to come from that. It comes from God alone, period. So this will eliminate that feeling of being pressured by society and feeling like it's a rat race and you got to compete and you got to compare. No, your journey is your own. And if anybody is trying to pull you into silent competitions with them or telling you got to be this, you got to be that, that's not up to them. It's not up to them. So you got the Ace of Swords, truth, but also too, this could be, with these three cards together, the Tower, revelation, a divine revelation to show you, okay, this spirit may be forcing you out of something that you were never supposed to be in or do. It's time now. It's time. It's time. You're being called out of something that's not meant or wasn't working for you in the first place, but it's also giving you divine revelation. Like, your life will never be the same after this. Like, it clicks. And this could be very big, and it could be during Scorpio season, or whenever you watch this. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I don't want to preach too much, but I do want to share the scripture with you that her friend shared with her to give to me. I'm like, why don't we just talk? Like, why are you telling, tell her to, we all just need to talk. But she sent me the scripture. It's Proverbs 18:16. And it says, a man's gift will make room for him and bring him before great men. So men being or man being human, right? Your gifts, your purposes, your calling, the things that you're meant to do is going to put you in places that are meant for you. Going to put you in a space when you're focusing on cultivating your own gifts and your own talents, or you awaken and you know what they are. It's going to place you where you need to be, and you don't got to worry about someone else's timing or what someone thinks you should be doing, or competing and comparing. Like, it's not going to be any of that. So I'm going to leave it at that. Much love is